God, forgive me for what I'm about to do.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen a video that many of you guys have asked. Miz, you need to check out what this guy had to say about Roman and the statement that he's selling Chelsea Football Club. You need to see this video, Miz. And I thought, you know what? Let's give it a watch. And this is what this goes like.
Chelsea up for sale. This is the correct decision. I am delighted. Before we get into it, I must immediately put it out there that I am speaking purely for myself. I believe that the vast majority of Chelsea fans...
Oh, of course you're speaking for yourself. Do not kid yourself. You are not speaking for any one of us, undoubtedly.
...will not agree with my sentiment. But for me, I believe that this is the right decision. The romanticism of football is so precious, so important, and I believe that Roman Abramovich had no interest in that. Sacking Roberto Di Matteo, who won us the Champions League. Sacking Carlo Ancelotti in the tunnel at Goodison Park, an ultimate disrespect. Sacking Frank Lampard, trying to turn Stamford Bridge into flats, trying to force Chelsea to move out of Stamford Bridge. Chelsea only exists because of Stamford Bridge. Peter Osgood, the king of Stamford Bridge, his ashes are buried under the penalty spot at the shed end of Stamford Bridge. Roman Abramovich was ready to rip it all up and force Chelsea to move. People like me who own the pitch, we were coerced to sell. And when that all happened in 2013, I began to waver my loyalty to Roman Abramovich. And since then, it has been a rocky road. I've got a lot of grief for my opinions, but the way that he has treated club legends and the way that he has treated the soul of Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, the way that he has disregarded fan opinion, employing Rafael Benitez, I believe that Roman Abramovich should move on. And that isn't even talking about the current state of affairs. So I am really, really pleased with this news.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's react. Let's react to this video from Rory Jennings. I mean, it's you guys. He's the one with all sorts of supporters in his YouTube channel. You're the one who watches him talk these sort of stuff. You should have a hard look at yourself. I mean, look at the stuff that this guy's saying. Ladies and gentlemen, have you guys ever come across a situation where you're sitting down and you're talking to someone for the first time, and you're talking, and whilst you're talking, you're realizing in your head, you're computing in your head that, what is this guy talking about? How is he even human? Have you ever thought about that when you met someone and you go, I don't think I really want to talk to this person again because there's something not right about this individual? At a bigger scheme of things, you start wondering, what is the ideology of this individual? What are they thinking? How are they looking at life? There is something fundamental that is wrong. That's how I felt watching this video. Rory Jennings saying he's delighted, the romanticizing nature of football. Romans killed it all. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, let's just have a look at this. It's a joke at this moment. Roman's achievement with Chelsea Football Club, which you, Rory Jennings, have celebrated throughout this time. 5 Premier League trophies under the Roman era. 5. In the 19 years, 20 years of his, his reign. 5 FA Cup, 2 times Champions League winner, 3 times League Cup winner, 2 times Europa Cup, 2 times English Super Cup, which I believe is Charity Shield. And they've, of course, not put on the Club World Cup, which completed the whole set in transfer market. You're telling me because of romanticizing, and for what? For what? The examples you've said, disrespecting club legends, Here's a club legend. I can't play the video with sound. Literally on his final day in the speech, shouting out Roman Abramovich and saying how much he meant to the football club. And none of this would have happened without him. And he takes interest from all the way down to under 8s to the senior level. He's shouted him out. Could there be a bigger legend than JT? He's in tears when he was saying this. He is another club legend that you said was sacked and disrespected. He himself, in the recent press conference for Everton, said how much he thanks. I can only be thankful to Roman Abramovich for the career that he's had. And even he mentions the managerial career as well. He goes, a lot was said outside, but he knows very best how much Roman has helped him out in that management career as well. Not just the playing career, which is elite. And he knows very well none of this would have happened without Roman. You're upset that Frank Lampard got sacked. Since then, look at what has happened. Let's be honest, it needed to happen. Frank was not ready. When are we going to understand that Frank simply was not ready? What he did for the football club, fantastic, especially the first season with a transfer ban. But the following season, it was a bit too much. And look what happened. Posted. Thomas Tuchel happened. Champions League again, which you celebrated. Super Cup, which you celebrated. Club World Cup, which you celebrated. You're talking about Roberto Di Matteo getting sacked and you're upset. Look at all the Chelsea managers that have arrived after Roberto Di Matteo. Roberto Di Matteo, let's be honest, he was not a manager. He was someone who galvanized that team. At that moment, didn't actually need a manager, just needed motivation. They didn't need coaching to how to beat another team. Hell, we parked the bus. That did not require any type of top-level coaching. We parked the bus, we counted, and we did well, especially in the semi-finals and the finals. Yeah, against Napoli, we were outstanding in the second leg. Look at all the managers that came post Di Matteo. Jose Mourinho, we won things with him. Conte, we won things with him. Sarri won the Europa. And obviously Tuchel. You're upset the way Di Matteo was treated. Di Matteo it was too much for him after he won the Champions League the season after. He was not a manager at the highest level. He did what he had to do and we won. You're talking about Stamford Bridge getting broken down. Look at this article in 2010. Chelsea flirted with acquiring the same side for years. They're talking about Earl's Court, I believe, where they wanted to go. Chelsea wanted to go. For years, came to nothing. Now the site is larger and Chelsea's chairman, Bruce Buck, has been warned the club faces a deficit as a result of Stamford Bridge's lack of capacity. Do you understand, my man, Rory? Do you understand? Chelsea Football Club is a huge global club. There are fans coming from all across the world to watch the match. Not just the locals that want to watch as well. 40,000 isn't enough in Stamford Bridge. We need a bigger stadium to accommodate for a lot more fans that want to watch Chelsea. And it's not just for the fans, but the betterment for the football club to generate more income in these uncertain times that we live in. We don't know what the new owner is going to do. But if we had a stadium that was able to generate more income, maybe we get closer to be self-sustainable. It's not always about the romanticism of football. There is a realistic nature that you need to think a lot deeper about. Now, I don't know whether you're doing these videos just to be outrageous and wild, to get the clicks and the views. Well, if that's the case, you've done a great job. You've achieved it. But the things you said, you didn't think. And that seems to be your nature all the time. Look at this. You're telling me this guy is not romantic. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I'm close to tears, ladies and gentlemen, when I see videos like this. Look at him celebrating Chelsea. Look at his emotions. You're telling me he's not romanticizing. This guy, all he ever wanted for Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen, was to win. Was to win. He never cared about the money. Even today, the final statement he made. Let's have a look at that statement. The final statement that he's made. Roman Abramovich, I swear if you're not close to tears right now, once you read this, I hope that one day I'll be able to visit Stamford Bridge one last time to say goodbye to you all. It's been a privilege of a lifetime to be part of Chelsea, and I'm proud of all the joint achievements. Chelsea and its supporters will always be in my heart. And I swear to you, I believe this to the core. In his final statement, the club statement, check it out. He says he does not care about the debt that Chelsea has with him. 1.5 billion pounds. 1.5 billion pounds. Billion, not even million. He's willing to wipe all of that off. Because this wasn't just a football club for him. This was everything. Look at this. Look at this. This guy. You think he didn't care? Look at the way players are celebrating with him. They were his mates. You talk about legends being disrespected. There were legends born because of him. There were legends that got careers because of him. We talk about the superstars like your John Terry, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, and many more. Ashley Cole. And the name continues, Peter Cech. All of these superstars got a career because of Roman Abramovich. And you're telling me that he has disrespected legends. Look at some of these pictures. I swear it breaks my heart, man. I was here on this night when we won the Club World Cup. It breaks my heart, man. I knew this was going to happen, but it still breaks my heart. Look at this. This is what I just tweeted out. So blessed and privileged to witness the final trophy under Roman's era. This was one of the that was needed to say we've won it all. Thank you, Roman, for all the joy you've brought to our lives. I was able to witness the final trophy in Roman era in Dubai, in Club World Cup. My family was there as well. Not in the stadium, but they were there in the country. They were so happy. And I was only able to do because this owner believed in this club, believed that he could do something. Gave us so much happiness. And you're telling me about romanticism. Look at this, Aspilicueta. He's another one. The career he's had is because of this man. Even with a mask on, you can see how happy Roman is. You think Roman doesn't mean something for Aspilicueta? You think Roman doesn't mean something for Emma Hayes? Roman has cared for every facet of this football club, every single department. Ladies and gentlemen, just, I suppose, what can you do? You're going to get people like that who are going to be so outrageous, going to talk crazy stuff. What can you do? But it's up to you guys to realize when to step in and be heard and tell these people not to just say whatever comes in your mind, honestly. Yes, freedom of speech, but at least have some shame. Have some shame, honestly.